As Liverpool fans are savouring the twin delights of basking in the euphoria of auto-satisfaction from a convincing derby victory, and the sweet aroma of vindication from UEFA slurs, they might not be inclined to taking time out of their revelries to spare a thought for the spare and his wife. However, if in some alternate universe they did, they might realise that they have much more in common with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle than they may know or care to know. This is because, like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they were set up to take the blame for the failings in the performance of the established institution that they were supposed to be highly valued members of. Liverpool's European pedigree is so deeply woven into the tapestry of UEFA that those who don't know should Google it, because we would run out of space and time to reference it here. Yet, this same UEFA, in collusion with other institutions, set out to frame Liverpool supporters for their own failings in last year's Champions League final, simply because they knew they could. They knew they could rely on the twin combination of public indifference and negative stereotyping to paint Liverpool supporters as the villain of the piece, in their own drama of incompetence. As the Champions League final in Paris was running late due to the incompetence of UEFA, they flashed up a message blaming the late arrival of Liverpool supporters for the delayed start, knowing full well that this was not true. The heavy-handed French police, acting on the prejudice predicated on the ill-informed negative stereotype of Liverpool supporters as thugs, treated the anxious fans as hooligan mobs. Into the mix came the toxic media, who, fueled by the greed of sensational news coverage, portrayed the innocent fans as hoodlums to evoke already discredited stereotypes. By pushing back against this injustice, Liverpool and its supporters were eventually able to clear their names. However, this vindication must be tempered by the knowledge that after a protracted struggle, they had successfully pushed back against the false accusations that came out of Hillsborough and Heysel, yet, decades on, the ill-informed reputation still goes before them. So, Liverpool supporters should spare a thought for the spare, who decades ago, saw the same institutions that should have protected his mother, but instead conspired to hound her to death, now coming after his wife. The same institutions that colluded to falsely besmirch his mother, now casting false aspersions against his wife. Just like the false image that was perpetuated against Liverpool supporters post-Hillsborough and Heysel, followed them to Paris, so the false image perpetuated against his wife continues despite the numerous vindications. How would Liverpool supporters who fought to clear their names feel about being accused of attacking the very institutions that conspired to frame them in the first place? Do Liverpool supporters appreciate the fact that the same media that, for their own selfish purposes, promoted the false accusations that trailed them to Paris, is the same media that hounded the Spare's mother to death in Paris? Liverpool supporters should spare a thought for the fact that the media-inspired and unfounded negative stereotype that they are labouring under today is the same media-inspired and unfounded negative stereotype that the Spare and his wife are labouring under today.